Hey guys, Jared here with Print Your Future. So today I'm going to be doing a real quick print. I'm going to go check out Thingiverse, see what they have, see what's close, because it's part of my workflow for when I'm trying to design something real quick. If it's just something that I can modify a quick STL for, it's a lot easier to do that than it is to just design the whole thing from scratch. This particular one would be a real easy design for me, but if they've got something out there already, then we'll just use that one. But for this one, what I'm going to be doing is I've got a boating trip coming up this weekend, and I want to take my Mavic, my DJI Mavic Pro, out to fly. And I currently have this setup, which is a tablet holder, which is 3D printed with a 1-inch ball on it, a phone blank that goes into the controller with a 1-inch blank on it. I use my RAM mount clamp to hold it together, and it lets me hold the tablet. But my new tablet, which is just a Apple iPad Mini 4, is too big to comfortably get in and out of this little holder here. So instead of using this one, I'm going to want to go ahead and use this mount, which I purchased a couple years ago. I actually did a video on that back on my other channel, Laughing Man. So what I'm going to do is just print off a quick ball that, if I can find a screw real quick that'll fit into this 1/4-inch thread mount, I'll just make it so that it's hollow and it goes right through, and the RAM mount clamp just goes right onto it, clips on there, easy days. Most likely they won't have, or I don't have one of those screws, so I'm going to have to either find a 1/4-inch nut or a bolt that's already on Thingiverse. I'm just going to go ahead and graft that right onto a 1/4-inch ball, throw that onto here and see how that works. But instead of talking about it, let's go ahead and move on over to the computer, search Thingiverse real quick, run up a quick STL, move it over to the CR10, and go ahead and get this started. But instead of that, so what we're going to go and do is I'll go ahead and go to the thingy files, download that STL, then I'll go to collections, go to my collections. It's just some random stuff that I've collected. I'll be using these later. Alright, then I also found this 1/4-inch thumb screw. It's a camera thumb screw that uses a M3 bolt, which I do have, mainly from building 3D printers. So it uses, according to this, a 16mm length M3, which I have. So I'll go ahead and mesh this right into the other one. So go to thingy files. Go ahead and try the 20mm. I'm not sure which size I'm actually going to need, but this mount that I do have, it's better to have it does have a pass-through, so even if there's additional length, I can just keep using it. So download that one. Alright, so then I'm just going to go here. I created a new design workplace, so I'll go ahead and import. Go ahead and choose a file. So we'll import that one first. Alright, so here we are. Got the screw, got the ball mount. So, which direction do I want to work this? So I'll go ahead and rotate this right side up for me. That's straight. Alright, there we go. So go ahead and set the wall thickness. So it takes up more of the thumb screw. I don't need it to take all of it up, but I do want it to take up the majority of it. Alright,
set that as a whole so that it takes away the material. Select it again. Go ahead and group that. And now we'll go ahead and try this. Try bring this back up again. All right, it's looking pretty good. So I think we'll go ahead and just combine these real quick. Group that. All right, so now these are just one homogeneous piece. So when it prints, it should just print it all as one solid piece. And then with this M3 screw in the center, should make it a little bit more rigid. Then I may end up throwing some like hot glue or something to take up some more of that space in there. But let's go ahead and export this. Let's give it a name. So we'll say that this is a RAM 1-inch ball screw. And then I'm going to go ahead and export this as an STL. Alright, so that should be in my download folder. I'm going to just search for this mess for my simplified 3D. This is the original mount that I had. So now I'll go ahead and add, which I made that as well. I'm probably going to upload a video on that since I recorded some of that, but not sure. Now it works, it's just not for the case that I have on my phone or on my tablet. With the OtterBox case, it's really thick, so throw that in there. All right, double check my process real quick. So 4.9, yep. All right, generate supports, yes. Actually, I shouldn't need very much support, so whatever. Infill. All right, this all looks okay to me. So go prepare to print. Save it to my desktop so that I can find it real quick. Now, I'm going to go ahead and turn back on my CR10. All right, so here we are. This is my Octoprint. So we'll go ahead and do. There's a RAM. Oh, hold on. RAM mount. Just drag this over here to Octoprint. Right here. Go ahead and hit print. The webcam that's on there right now is actually unplugged. I'm going to be printing a new mount for it, and hopefully it'll give us some better time-lapse photos or time-lapse video of it, of my prints. But here you see that it's going to bump this up to 60 degrees because I'm not using any kind of adhesive on my plate or anything. And 60 degrees Celsius is what you need to really get a good adhesion to it. Then this is going to be printing at, I believe, 200. So go ahead and let this warm up and start the print, and we'll come back when it's done.
So this is the upside to printing on just pure glass with no adhesive. If you get your leveling perfect, everything just comes right off. All right. Go to the raft. All right, so as you can tell, autofocus works. So without printing any real good supports, the bottom's a little rough, but what I'm really concerned about are the threads in there. These top threads look like they came out pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and clean this up real quick. Be right back. Alright, you guys. So sorry, it's been a little bit since this print actually finished. Print itself only took about 45 minutes. So the ball didn't turn out perfectly smooth like I'd like, but that's what happened when you try to print the sphere with relatively little supports. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this, but before I thread it into the actual carrier, what I'm going to do is take this 16 millimeter M3 bolt head screw and thread it down the center, as that is what this thumb screw that I used was supposed to be doing. So let's see if we can get it to go down. There's a big hollow cavity in here. Looks like it's going to thread relatively easy, actually. So what this screw does is it just provides rigidity to the shaft of the screw or the bolt. All right. So now that's threaded in. So because I used the 20 millimeter bolt on this instead of the 60 millimeter, remember it had two options on there. So it didn't go all the way to the tip, but not much of the thread is not supported. So now I'm going to take this guy, which just, it's a standard universal tablet mount or large phones. And it's just got a 1/4 inch hole. So let's go ahead. My camera wants to focus. So yeah, well, this decides to work here. All right, so cut the threads. I'm gonna go nice and slow here because I don't want to just twist it off. All right, so there we go. Now this, this tablet mount has a 1 inch ball mount. So now I can take my RAM mount clip, 1 inch ball clip, put that on that side. Just hair more there. Put that in. Tighten it up so they don't just fall off. This allows for articulation. So go ahead and grab the Mavic controller real quick. All right, guys. So we have the DJI Mavic Pro controller here. So all I'm going to do is insert this piece and close it up like you would just a regular phone. Try to get it snug on here. All right, so the base plate is mounted in. Now all I have to do is change my articulation to where I want it for that. Tighten that down. All right, so now that we have the tablet mount, let's go ahead and throw the iPad mini on here and see how well it fits. All right, guys, and so here we have it. This is the finished product for what I needed. So that while I'm out there, I've got the bigger screen that I can control everything. I'll probably re-edit some part of this to make it so that you can hold on to it with a lanyard. But for right now, I said this is pretty much all I needed. Something so that while I'm flying, I can really line up those aerial shots and see what I'm doing with the drone. So if you guys like this video, please like, share, subscribe. If not, feel free to not like, share, or subscribe. Expect a lot more videos off of this channel, as I've been doing pretty much non-stop printing since I got my printers about a year ago. And we're going to be covering lots of different stuff. This wasn't the first video that I wanted to do. I've got a couple others actually recorded ahead of time for this. They just need to be edited. But like I said, this needs to be done by tomorrow. So we're doing this video now. If you guys like my other channel, The Laughing Man, I'm going to start doing more videos on that as well. We're going to start doing a lot of reviews and unboxing again. I stopped for a while as I was in the middle of a move. Life took place. Things happened. But now I'm at a point where I can start doing those videos again. I really enjoy doing those videos. I had a lot of good feedback on those. So I hope you guys have a great day. Thanks. And remember, print your future.